Hello everybody, it's This from New Edbox, and welcome guys to your 6th CSS video tutorial. Now guys, for those of you who follow my tutorials, you know that I've made already introduction to basics of CSS and how the external style sheets should be placed and how they should be organized, and I've introduced you already to ID and class selectors. So guys, as you can see, I still have the structure from my previous CSS tutorial on my screen, but in this tutorial guys, I'm gonna talk to you and teach you about a different subject, and that different subject is mainly be concentrating on background. Now guys, you know that I've taught you in my HTML tutorials how to set the background using inline style properties and values. But in this tutorial guys, I'm gonna teach you how to place an image or a plain color as a background, or whatever other object you might use. So guys, I'm gonna concentrate only by placing a background source in the external style sheet. So guys, I don't want too much of a mess on my site when I'll build it, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete a couple of these headers that we've built in the previous tutorials. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete the one with the class and the regular paragraph. So we're gonna just save it, and let's go ahead and refresh it. Okay guys, so there we have it. Okay guys, now one of the first things guys that I want to teach you is how to enter background. So boys and girls, one of the main rules that I'm following and I'm sticking to is that I want my background and body background always to be entered as the first element and in cascading style sheet. So whatever the algorithm you're using for building your style sheet, I always enter the body and background as the first property and first value. Now guys, how you would enter the body background as the image? Say guys, you have an image placed in the same folder where you have your HTML file, which is mandatory, otherwise it will not work. So what you have to do guys now is that you should enter body, and after the body guys, use the curly brackets that we are used to. And now guys, you have to tell your browser that you're going to use an image, not the plain color, not something else, but exactly an image. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna tell your browser that you are using background and you're using background as an image. Then you have to give your browser a URL where your image, what is the name of your image that you're using for background. So let's go ahead and do that. You would place URL, simple brackets, and given the name. I have an image that is called Desert JPG. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just gonna check it once again. Okay, so you wouldn't be distracted. I'm gonna do it on a different screen. Yes guys, so it's I'm gonna use the Desert JPG as the background color, background image, sorry. And guys, don't forget to put one very important thing. You have to put your image in between the brackets. Only then your browser will recognize it as the source file for your background. And good housekeeping rules guys, yes, you're correct, we have to put the semicolon. Then let's go ahead and save the file guys, and now let's go ahead and refresh it and see what we get. There you go guys. As you can see on my screen guys, I'm getting the picture as the background, but one more thing, I don't know if you can see it. Now you will be able to see it, the full picture. Now guys, the thing is that if the picture is smaller than the entire screen, your browser by default will repeat that picture to the x-axis and to the y-axis. So it will repeat continuously just to cover all the white space. And guys, now the thing is that you can alter that thing that you can, I'm just gonna show you just right there. You can see that it is repeating the screen and is repeating the screen and the background picture also on the y-axis if we go downwards. So guys, now we can, in fact, we can tell our browser whether to repeat or not to repeat the background image. And guys, this is done very easily. In fact, is just by giving our browser simple explanation or giving in the property and value of not repeating the picture. And that is done, guys, in a very simple way. Now let's go ahead and enter one more property and value. Okay guys, so what you want to do is type it in background. Okay, I'm just looking if I haven't made any typos. Repeat and give the value then. Repeat x, guys, will tell your browser that you want the background image to repeat on the x-axis. Now guys, let's go ahead and refresh our site to see the result. As you can see, there you go, I'm gonna drag it down. You can see that it's not repeating below, that it's not repeating on the y-axis. It only repeats on the x-axis going to the right of my computer screen. So there you go guys. Now surely you can do the same thing by altering the y-axis, that you want to tell your browser to repeat that background image on the y-axis. And this will be done, guys, by simply entering the y-axis. You can see that the x-axis repeating is gone simply, and then it only repeats downwards. You can see that the picture begins here once again. So guys, this is the way that you would set the image. Now I'm going to teach you a couple of more properties and values. You can of course enter no repeat value to tell your browser not to repeat the picture at all, background picture, nor in x-axis nor in y-axis. So let's go ahead and refresh our site and see what we get. You see that we get a single image as the background, and we are getting simply, well, single picture, no repeating, no nothing. Now guys, one more thing what I want to talk to you during this tutorial, that basically CSS has few properties used for background effects, and those properties I'm just going to type it in on the screen so you could remember it. And let's go ahead and use the header 4, and you will see I'm gonna use few of those. So guys, 1, 3, 4, 5. Right, those are 5. Okay guys, so now CSS has few properties that you can use for a background, and those properties are background as a color. That's the one that you should know. Now the next one, guys, is the background as an image. That's the second one. Then the third one, guys, is the background repeat. Now guys, the fourth one is background attachment, which is used quite rarely, but still it's a property that is eligible. And background position, guys. Now position is something that you would define exact position of your background image or color, giving in specific coordinates on your screen. But this subject I will cover in my next tutorial. So guys, thank you very much for sticking for this tutorial with me. I hope you've learned something useful with the background image games, and I will, by the way, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you like the video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.